Lowndes County Police are looking for a serial robber. They say the man in this photo robbed multiple stores in one night. What area of the county were hit? Coming up.
The new student administration at Mississippi State has been sworn in. What they plan to do in their first 100 days, coming up.
And a once-in-a-generation event is happening next week. What do you need to know about the solar eclipse and where a viewing party is happening on campus? We have a developing story out of Hattiesburg after an alert was issued on the University of Southern Mississippi campus. Good evening and welcome to Take 30 News. I'm Moriah Norman.
And I'm Chris Dougherty. An Eagle alert was sent out to students at 1:10 p.m. today. It stated that police were responding to an incident happening inside a parking garage, urging people to avoid the area. The incident has since been safely resolved and the parking garage will remain closed until further notice.
3 men have been arrested after one of them allegedly shot a Lafayette County deputy. According to a release from the sheriff's office, officers responded to a call regarding an alarm at TGC Outdoors on Highway 7. A deputy saw a vehicle leaving the area and tried to pull it over. That's when someone inside the vehicle allegedly shot at the deputy. The vehicle fled into Marshall County. The deputy was not injured. The suspects have been identified as Shondarius Bogard, Michael Pendleton, and Montrell Ramsey. Multiple firearms were also recovered.
1 month after a woman was shot and killed during a mass shooting at a Clay County nightclub, county supervisors made big changes to the rules for how nightclubs can now operate. Club owners will now be required to update their cameras so they work properly and have a more clear view. Also, there must now be a certain number of security guards per 100 guests. Another big change, the cost to throw a party. For promoters, the cost for a party permit has gone up nearly $1,000.
The actual club owners, they're going to increase from $50 to $500. A DJ, our local DJs, they're going to pay a one-time $50 permit for the year. The promoters is going to $1,000 per event. The club owners or the promoter is actually going to be in charge as far as hiring their security. The security is going to have to provide information to the sheriff's office showing that they are certified bonded security agency.
$50 owners and promoters previously had to pay to throw a party at a club in the county. 1 person died and 12 others were injured in the shooting. No arrests have been made. However, witnesses and victims have been brought in to testify before a grand jury.
Now we hear from our own Amy Sellers in the newsroom about an armed robbery suspect still at large. Amy?
Thank you, Moriah. Lowndes County Police Department is still looking for 2 men tied to 2 different attempted armed robberies last Sunday night. Suspects first began at the State Fuel Line Center in New Hope. There, one of the suspects went in and demanded money while the other suspect waited in the car. The clerk at the time hit the panic button, which caused the suspect and him to fight, leaving the clerk injured. Sheriff Eddie Hawkins is worried about how these suspects could be putting the lives of people in the community in danger.
These suspects are probably the most dangerous suspects that we deal with because they're unpredictable. They're desperate. They're looking for money. Most of these suspects that commit these type of crimes are trying to support a drug habit, and they're seeking easy money.
After the suspects left New Hope, they traveled to the Dollar General in Artesia. There, one of the suspects went to the victim's window and tapped on it with a pistol. The victim was waiting for his girlfriend to close the store. The suspect forced the victim to the door and tried to get him to open it. This is when the victim ran back to his car and the suspect also fled the scene. Senior Kendall McKinnon said that she finds it worrying that these 2 men are still at large and could be closer to robbing a store here in Starkville every single day. At both of these robberies, no money was reported stolen. If you have any tips about the robberies, please direct them to the Lowndes County Police Department. For Tech 30 News, I'm Amy Sellers.
Thanks, Amy. With us now is our meteorologist, Tori Alvarado. Tori, what's the weather looking like for the weekend?
So for Saturday, it still is going to be pretty chilly. Temperatures are going to be a bit warmer tomorrow, but like today, still a little bit windy and still rather chilly. Now, Sunday is where things change. We do start to warm up a little bit, and we get to enjoy some more sunshine throughout the weekend. Thank goodness, because it has been really cold these past couple days, and any sunshine helps warm us up. So more on that in full weather, and I will have what your weather will look like in the eclipse in full weather as well. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Tori. A mother turned her 2 sons into police after they were accused of shooting at a police officer. The shooting happened in Holly Springs, Mississippi. Police said around 4:30 Tuesday morning, a Holly Springs police officer tried to pull over a red Kia Forte on Interstate 22 after a brief pursuit. At least 2 shots were fired at the officer's vehicle. Holly Springs PD alerted the public to be on the lookout for these 2 suspects, caught on a resident's Ring camera. The woman who turned in her sons did not want to be identified. However, she says her sons told her they're innocent. She's hopeful that by turning them in, it will clear their names.
My child does not get in trouble. He don't bother nobody. They don't do nothing. All they do is play games. Stay home and play games. So this is very new. This is very shocking.
They know in your household you don't stand for this.
No, I don't. I don't play no games with them. If you're going to do the crime, you're going to do the time. Plain and simple.
It's the question every government official is asked when they first come into office. What does your first 100 days look like? Well, we asked MSU's new Student Association administration that same question.
With their first official day in office being March 25th, members of the new Student Association Executive Board say they've already hit the ground running.
We've actually, although we were just sworn in 3 days ago, we have been working together as an exec for the past couple weeks in kind of an unofficial capacity. So because of that, we've actually been able to go ahead and do things really quickly.
One of those changes that's already happened is the restructuring of the policy pod on Cabinet, a pod that previously had limited interaction with the other policy-making groups within the Student Association.
This year, the policy secretary of Cabinet is going to be very involved with the Senate. So hopefully with this and the intermingling of all the branches of SA, you get more voices and in the room together, more voices represented.
They say that what makes this administration work is their ability to tackle problems together.
So being able to do that helps with communication and fosters that culture of growth in our team, and that's something that's so important.
This administration says that they are all motivated by the same goal, to make Mississippi State a better place for all students.
All of the executive members emphasized to me that their administration is student-focused. They said that if at any point in time students had an idea or suggestion on ways to make the campus better, they are encouraged to come by, email, or even call them.
The Student Association offices are located on the 3rd floor of the Student Union, and executive contact information will become available on the Student Association website in the coming weeks. For Take 30 News, I'm Callie Simonton.
For more information on Student Association activities and initiatives, visit their Instagram at MSU_SA. Chris?
Thanks, Moriah. Get those glasses ready, folks, as we're about to show you how to get ready for a solar eclipse in Starkville. Stay tuned for more.
Farming can be a tough way to make a living. Weather, pricing pressures, and unpredictable swings in demand can take a toll, not only on farmers' finances, but on their mental health, as well as that of family members and farm workers. That's why Mississippi State University is spearheading a program to train extension agents to detect the signs of depression, substance abuse, and other stress-related challenges. Everyone has a bad day, of course, but this holistic view of a farmer's circumstances enables MSU representatives to recognize the difference between routine struggles and deeper, more serious issues. It may be a tough conversation, but the sooner it gets started, the sooner farmers can get help to better manage stress and continue the important work of growing the products our world needs. Caring for farms and farmers. Mississippi State University.
Welcome back. Starkville held a grand opening of its newly renovated pickleball courts at McKee Park last week. The new complex includes 12 state-of-the-art courts. The complex has been getting lots of use since opening, especially after the recent wave of interest in pickleball from all ages around the country. The courts can be used for casual play or even tournaments through Starkville parks. Pickleball groups have begun forming for those wishing to play with others. Dwana Daniel talks about how much she has been enjoying these courts and the sense of community they bring to Starkville.
Well, the pickleball courts, the new ones here are just very nice. They're easy to see the lines, and you know, we have all ages from like 40s up to, we've got several people that are in their 80s, and everybody plays hard, good sportsmanship, and it's just a good fun.
Starkville godfather of pickleball, Lou Fertizzi.
Monday, the nation will be looking up at the stars to watch the moon pass over the sun in a solar eclipse. Take 30's Megan Gordon has more need-to-know information on the eclipse viewing in Starkville. Take a look.
It's an astronomical event that has not made its way across the United States since 2017. The moon will cast its shadow over the sun in a solar eclipse Monday, April 8th, and the people of Mississippi State prepare to take part in the viewing.
We've got a couple of telescopes that are outfitted with solar filters. Dr. Pierce is going to have her binoculars with solar filters, and I've actually created a sun funnel that attaches to my I've got regular telescopes. I've got 2 of them.
Bob Swanson is among a handful planning to bring out modified viewing devices, but that is not the only way to watch the event unfold. In fact, you can view the eclipse with glasses similar to these. Eye protection is crucial, so don't forget to put these on before looking up at the sun. The eclipse will be at 90% totality when it reaches Starkville, and the best time to view it, approximately 1:56 p.m. Associate Professor of Astronomy Donna Pierce gave a lecture earlier this week preparing the community to view the eclipse.
So with this eclipse, it's a different event than in 2017 for a variety of reasons. There's a different path that the moon shadow is going to take this time. It's going to favor more people. It's going to pass through more metropolitan areas. And for folks who are going to totality, it's going to last longer than it did in the 2017 eclipse.
The university will host a viewing party on the drill field starting at 12:30. They will hand out eclipse glasses first come, first serve. If the weather prevents the in-person viewing, then a live stream watch party will occur at Boss Extension Center. With Take 30 News, I'm Megan Gordon.
A couple of cities that are in the path of totality are Dallas, Texas, and Little Rock, Arkansas. Despite not being in the path this year, Starkville is expected to get the full experience in, wait for it folks, 2045. Moriah?
That is so cool. Thank you, Chris. Of course, there is a concern about weather with this upcoming solar event. And coming up, meteorologist Tori Alvarado has more on what to expect. Stay tuned.
When it comes to making the world a better place, it's all in the numbers at Mississippi State University. Our big data science researchers are creating astonishing new algorithms to model human behavior and consumer activity to identify anomalous purchasing patterns. Interpreting the data creates heat maps that can signal fraudulent activity and even predict likely cybercrime locations and perpetrators. And as the only academic institution to team with a state-level DHS agency in the study of transactional data of the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, MSU is helping prevent misuse while ensuring that benefits are being used as intended. These successes are opening doors for similar research partnerships with banking, insurance, credit card, and other data-intensive industries, leading to consumer confidence in online and other transactions. Making numbers count. Mississippi State University. At Mississippi State University, student-led teams are taking one of the country's biggest health issues to heart. Out to unravel one of science's unsolved mysteries, researchers in MSU's Department of Agriculture and Biological Engineering are asking why and when healthy cells in human arteries can begin changing into bone-like structures that hamper blood flow. This calcification contributes to strokes and heart attacks, two leading causes of death in Mississippi. As part of their groundbreaking research, students are designing a 3D model that allows them to understand how arteries act within the body and what changes them. By recreating what is happening at the cellular level, researchers are pursuing ways to stop and reverse the process of calcification. Testing treatments could lead to new solutions, helping reduce the number of people struggling with the effects of poor heart health, and ultimately saving lives. Mississippi State University, getting to the heart of better health for Mississippians.
Well, welcome back to Take 30 News. I'm Campus Connect meteorologist Tori Alvarado, looking out with you right now through the north side of Davis Wade, where we can see plenty of clear skies for today. Thank goodness. A beautiful Friday in store. Temperatures right now around 65 degrees, and we've got winds at about 10 miles per hour right now, but wind gusts are actually about 20 miles per hour, so a rather breezy Friday. Now for tonight, temperatures will be dropping down pretty steep into the upper 30s and even the 40s across northeast Mississippi. So a pretty chilly night is in store for us tonight. But tomorrow, thankfully, we will be warming up a little bit to around the upper 60, 70 degree mark across northeast Mississippi. So thankfully, we will be warming up for tomorrow. And that sunshine will stick around. Now, again, baseball is back in Starkville this weekend. We are playing Georgia, and first pitch for today is at 6 p.m. So temperatures will be around where they are right now, the lower 60s. And for tomorrow, temperatures will be in the 60s as well. 65 for that 7 p.m. pitch, and then Sunday, or pitches at 1 p.m. Temperatures will be a lot warmer at about 76 degrees for Sunday. Now, we've been hearing a lot about this total solar eclipse that is in store on Monday the 8th, and you can see this path of totality here. And again, Starkville is at about 90% totality, but unfortunately the weather is not looking great. We do have some rain creeping in on Sunday night, bringing some clouds in store for Monday as well. You can see Monday at 1 p.m. right around the time of total totality for Starkville. You can see those clouds right here just blocking that view, but if you do head a little bit further north in Mississippi, such as Tupelo, you may be able to see it a bit better, so keep that in mind if you are planning to watch that. And then you can see those showers move in for Monday night and Tuesday. Now, these next 7 days, we do have rain in the forecast again. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we do have a chance of rain, but Wednesday, Thursday, that moves on out, and we'll have sunshine back in store. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Tori. Coming up, Take 30's Elizabeth Keene, shares what is happening this week in sports.
And also, we're going to take a look at the Diamond Dogs and update you guys on spring football. Stay with us.
As concern grows over the declining health of the world's oceans, veterinary students at Mississippi State are learning how to rescue and rehabilitate vulnerable marine animals. Through a unique partnership between the College of Veterinary Medicine and the Institute of Marine Mammal Studies in Gulfport, Mississippi, students are experiencing the chance of a lifetime. Real-time research of this fragile ecosystem prepares students for a future in providing care for sick and stranded dolphins, turtles, sea lions, and other marine species. At the same time, MSU's advanced diagnostic technology is helping innovate for solutions while improving treatment and outcomes. Not only are the waters of the Gulf Coast opening new worlds of discovery for Mississippi State veterinary students, they are much safer now, thanks to this game-changing partnership that's improving life for literally hundreds of aquatic animals.
Welcome back to Take 30. I'm Elizabeth Keene with this week's sports. After a series loss against Florida last weekend, Mississippi State baseball looked to get back on track against Central Arkansas in midweek action. But take a look at this. Hunter Hines with the final strikeout of the game in a 7-6 loss to the Sugar Bears. The Diamond Dogs are back in action tonight against Georgia. Our Luke Freeman has more.
The Bulldogs baseball team is looking to bounce back this weekend against Georgia after 3 tough losses. They dropped 2 out of 3 at Florida and lost their midweek game against UCA by 1 run. Both losses at Florida were from walk-off hits. We talked to the Bulldog catcher Johnny Long about the midweek loss.
You know, I say it all the time in the dugout when we're in these games, like, for us, and during these games, it's almost like we have to get punched in the face so many times for us to wake up. And that's an aspect that I think we need to improve on as a team, because these games aren't meant for us to fall short or even be close games. So I think, you know, as soon as the 9th inning hit, we were like, all right, we got to wake up, you know. We got to turn it on, we got to figure out some way to put it together, and today we just fell short.
We also got to speak to head coach Chris Lemonis about the importance of this upcoming SEC series against the Georgia Bulldogs.
It's huge. I mean, we got to go out there and play really good baseball against a really good team. And that's how SEC plays every week. Every weekend is huge. Everything that you can get, you are scrambling to get every win that you can in this league. So,
With Take 30 News, I'm Luke Freeman.
First pitch for tonight's game against Georgia is set for 6 p.m. Now, a heartwarming story out of the 12th-ranked MSU men's tennis program. 2 seniors are leading the Dogs to success in their final seasons. Chris Dougherty has more on their impact.
With SEC and NCAA tournaments ahead, Mississippi State's men's tennis team looks to make some noise in the postseason this year. The Bulldogs, who are number 12 in the country, are led by their 2 senior pillars, Nemanja Milicevic and Carlos Hernandez. Both international players moved a long way from home to play collegiately at Mississippi State. But the city of Starkville and the people in the program made it worth it.
I would say family away from home. I really felt that people here are really close and they give you the best chance to grow and improve in the ways that you want to improve, and they're always there for you, and everyone in this university has been really helpful in my journey.
As the 2 seniors look back at their 4 years, they don't want to view anything somberly. Instead, they want to focus on things like the memories they made.
And hosting last year was a great moment for us. Like that atmosphere that we had that weekend here, it was amazing. Like you could even feel like the courts vibrating when the crowd was cheering. I would say that's probably my favorite moment so far.
With a few weeks left in their season, Carlos and Nemanja look to leave a footprint in Starkville, like Starkville already has in their hearts. With Take 30 Sports, I'm Chris Dougherty.
The pair is looking to lead state to its first ever team championship later this spring. Now, Mississippi State basketball is losing players to the transfer portal. Shaquille Moore, Trey Fort, and Jaquan Scott have all entered the portal, but there's no reason for fans to worry. State has already picked up portal commitments to replace them. Penn State transfer Kanye Clary committed to MSU early last week. He averaged 17 points per game this season for the Nittany Lions and was 6th in the Big Ten in scoring. State also had multiple players announce their return for next season, starting with star freshman Josh Hubbard, along with Cam Matthews and Sean Jones Jr. On the women's side, Jasmine Brown-Hager and Nyunga Goni have entered the portal, but there is some speculation that LSU transfer Haley Van Lith could land with the Lady Dogs due to her connection to head coach Sam Purcell. Speaking of new faces, Cassidy Lambert has seen some fresh players stand out for MSU football this spring. Cassidy, what have the team's practices looked like so far?
With the football season approaching, fans are eager to see what the Bulldogs will showcase with a new head coach and new players.
Physicality all day, effort, physicality, execution.
Bulldogs are prepping for the upcoming football season with a new head coach and a number of players added to the roster. Kevin Coleman, a wide receiver who transferred from Louisville, said he has enjoyed his time in Starkville and is ready for the upcoming season under Coach Levy.
My career didn't start out how I wanted to start out, but I feel like it's going to finish how I want to, especially with Coach Levy. He knows my journey and where I want to be, so I feel like I had to come here.
A familiar face is joining the team on the field this season. Jimmy Bell Jr., a forward for the Mississippi State men's basketball team, has decided to play football for the Bulldogs.
We'll get him some good work. We're going to take some baby steps with him and make sure we're setting him up for success. So it'll be a little bit slower of a process than some other guys, obviously, him coming off the hardwood, but love the fact that, man, he wants to be out here after a long season.
One thing is clear. The town of Starkville is ready to see what this new football program has to offer.
Mississippi State's 2024 Maroon and White Spring Game will take place on Saturday, April 20th at 1 p.m.
Thanks, Cassidy. That's all the time we have today in sports, but before we go, we'd like to wish good luck to our men's basketball managers as they compete in the manager games in Phoenix this weekend. Take 30 will be back right after the break.
The sense of place. We all have it. Often grown from deep roots in small-town communities. At Mississippi State University, our Carl Small Town Center is strengthening these ties. With nearly 40 years of making a difference, we're revitalizing communities into welcoming places to work, live, and congregate. By weaving together the best pieces of our past with modern technology and amenities, we're creating the hometowns of the future. Places where lifetime memories can be made, where you have all the things you need, along with all the things you want. Through partnerships with our communities, we're identifying improvement opportunities, recommending paths forward, and creating the plans for a better tomorrow.
The Mississippi State University Horticulture Club is hosting their spring plant sale today at the Dorman Hall Greenhouse. They are offering a collection of spring plants, including assortments of flowers, herbs, and vegetables. The proceedings from the event will fund the club's activities, future sales, and greenhouse maintenance. The sale will end at 5 p.m. today. And with those spring flowers comes those
April showers.
There we go, folks. Tori, give us one final look in the weather.
So again, talking about April showers, we do have the potential for some severe weather Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Now it is still a little bit far out for this event. We do have the whole weekend to think about it, but again, just keep that in the back of your mind that there is definitely rain possible at the very least, if not some heavier showers as well on Monday, Tuesday, and that might ruin your chances to look at that solar eclipse on Monday. So head north. Don't stick around. Head north, I'm telling you, right? You're hearing it first, right here. Head north, okay? And just remember that rain again, and then it will clear out by Thursday and Friday for a beautiful weekend next weekend. So,
thank you,
That's
Tori.
awesome, Tori. Thank you. Yeah, folks, make sure we have our glasses, right? If you guys are going, I'm going to be trying to go up north. That's what you need to try to do. Just take that suggestion.
We're heading
That's
to
exactly
Tupelo.
what we're
Meet us
doing.
there.
Exactly. Only an hour. So it's
only
not
an
too
hour.
bad. But all right, folks, that's about all we have today. So on behalf of Take 30, thanks for watching with us. I'm Chris Dougherty.
I'm Moriah Norman.
I'm Tori Alvarado. I'm Elizabeth Keene.
Good night, folks. Thank you.